Traoré made it very clear from the get-go that he didn't want to stay in power as a military leader, that he wanted to hand over power to a president of the transition who would have been appointed by a group of influent people in Burkina Faso. And so when he talks about urgent matters, I believe that he's probably referring to just regular affairs of the state. He didn't want any interruption in the way that government conducts business because Damiba actually left. But I believe that there is no miracle solution to the security situation that Burkina Faso and the entire Sahel region is currently facing.
Some people were chanting pro-Russian slogans and even waved Russian flags as they greeted the junta leader. Could Burkina Faso, under his leadership, tilt toward Russia? And if so, why?
So Traoré was very smart, especially during the first hours of the coup, when he realized that he was going to lose the battle against Damiba, because if you remember, it was the pro-Damiba forces against the Traoré forces who were fighting to basically take over power, and the Damiba forces were actually leading, and it didn't look like Traoré was going to win. And it was, I guess, a politically smart move to accuse France of harboring Damiba. And that actually triggered this Russian flags that you were seeing in Ouagadougou. Is Ouaga going to tilt towards Russia? Most likely. Russia has played heavily on anti-French sentiment in the Sahel region. It has gone by the same playbook in neighboring Mali, and there are high chances that Russia also presents itself as a credible international partner to Burkina Faso in the face of this anti-French sentiment that we're seeing in the country.
The people there, they must know the feelings in the West, how they are in Russia right now after its invasion of Ukraine. And I guess it doesn't really matter at this point for them. It's all about survival, right?
So you have to understand that this battle between Russia and Ukraine is important for Europe, but doesn't resonate the same way in the Sahel or in West Africa. It is a war that is geographically far away from West Africa. Africans have mentioned it multiple times during the UN General Assembly that it was a war that didn't really involve Africans and that Africans should actually be left out of it. Because there are many conflicts in West Africa, including the terrorist threat, that is really a question of survival. So West African countries, including Burkina, including Mali, are not seeing Russia as such an enemy and are rather seeing Russia as a potential partner that they could go in a bidding war with against France.